Welcome to Surely We Jest, everyone's favorite podcast where we talk about whatever interests us, usually movies, TV shows, comic books, whatever. I'm your host, Patrick. Joining us today, we have... Jose, say your name.
Oh, hello! I'm Jose.
Josh.
Dalton.
So we're going to start off today with talking about the 88th Academy Awards. So, the Oscars. So, I actually sat down and watched all of the Oscars, alright? Chris Rock's opening monologue was basically like, we understand we're a racist organization, we're trying to fix it. There was a point where the president came out, not the president of the United States, I'm not talking Obama here, I'm talking the president of the Academy. Mm-hmm. She said, yeah, we're trying to do better. I'm sure you guys at least read who won a lot of these, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. We're just going to run through a few things here.
Okay.
A few things that were interesting. For example, Mad Max Fury Road won 6 awards.
It's a good movie.
How many?
I think it was nominated for 9.
Oh.
I mean, from the last episode, you know that me and Ben, who's not here today, really like that movie.
Yes, it was a very liked movie among our crew.
I like Mad Max Fury Road.
What a revolutionary thought.
But, that wasn't the movie that was nominated, was it?
I'm just saying, I
What?
liked it.
Mad Max Fury Road?
Yeah, was that the...
That's exactly what we're discussing right now.
But, is that the Mad Max movie that was nominated, or was it a different one?
What do you mean? That's
only...
the one that came out.
Alright.
You'll nominate movies from this year, not past years.
That's how it works.
Sure, whatever.
Alright. So...
we could do that.
That's stupid, because it's only been,
If we could do that, then Godfather would still be winning shit.
No, but, the year's barely, begun, right? So,
it's from 2015.
They can't do it from this year.
The qualifying movies were from January to December of 2015.
Okay.
Jose, how do you think the year works, bro?
I know how the year works,
Whatever.
You go from day 1 to the very end of the year, brah.
So, Mad Max Fury Road kept winning award after award after award. I was watching it, and it was just hysterical, the number of awards it won.
Did you agree with, how many awards it won, or did you think, there were some that could have honestly gone to, other movies?
I'm going to get into that, alright?
Okay.
Tell us what it won first.
So, best makeup.
I believe it.
Sure?
The Warm Bodies guy, he looked totally different.
But, to my knowledge, they didn't really show many of the costumes in, the clips that they showed, right?
Are you telling me that...
No, we're talking makeup right now, Jose.
Oh, shit.
Are you telling me the respirator guy did not look terrifying?
I haven't seen this movie.
Is that makeup or wardrobe?
I don't even know. I think it's a little of both.
But, Furiosa, the black face paint, that's, super best makeup.
Well, all the, weird guys in the thing.
It also won best production design.
Okay.
Sure.
Monster truck with giant speakers and a guitar that spits fire.
Best sound mixing.
Sure.
There's a guitar.
There's a guitar.
Okay, so best costume design. What I find interesting about this one, alright? And I guess Jose already alluded to this because I spoke to him about this earlier. The clips they showed were all either shirtless guys or Tom Hardy in a t-shirt. Now, I'm sure they had great costumes, but the Academy distinctly picked the wrong costumes to point out.
Patrick, I gotta tell you right now. How often, in a post-apocalyptic society, do you see any guy in a t-shirt?
Pretty often.
Yeah, I would assume that people still wear
Have you ever seen a movie?
No.
Ever seen The Walking Dead? Everybody's wearing a t-shirt.
Hey, that's because there's no other shirts.
That and the cowboy hat.
Yeah, that and the cowboy.
So, best film editing it won. Sure.
I don't know about film editing. So.
Best sound editing.
Wait, can we back up for a second?
What?
So, film editing, does that mean the movie had a lot of shit that didn't get got cut? What does that mean?
Editing,
it's
special effects and stuff, right?
Special effects is a different category.
Oh,
yeah.
Or visual effects.
Visual effects.
So
but no,
it's editing?
It's how it's put together,
I guess.
So, no shaky cam?
No shaky cam?
Actually, I don't even know. Was there shaky cam in Mad Max?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I mean, there are a lot of action
there may
scenes.
be. I might not just be remembering it.
There was lots of action, so I don't think we can deal with shaky cam. People are running from car to car, stabbing each other.
So there's best sound editing. What the difference is between sound editing and sound mixing, that's beyond me. I have no idea.
Well, mixing is how the songs come together, how all the music comes together, and editing would be how well you got the song to sound in general.
Well, no, wouldn't it be mixing is you got different audios to work with each other. So
that's what I said.
If two cars crash into each other, but there's people screaming, you can hear the people screaming and not just the cars crashing.
Look,
yeah,
I'm
the
sure
sounds really good too.
Look, I'm sure there's a significant difference. I don't think we know what it is.
Okay.
We can speculate. The streak went on for quite a while, though, of Mad Max winning award after award. When Louis C.K. was presenting the award, I think it was for short documentary. He was giving, his comedy, but he's Louis C.K. And then as he was announcing the award, he said, "It goes to Mad Max." Oh, I'm just kidding. No, it went to, and they announced the real winner of that one.
Who were the real winners for Best Short Documentary? Do we know?
A Girl in the River won Best Documentary Short.
What's the documentary about?
A Girl in the River.
A Girl in the River.
Oh, okay. I thought it was about
That's it.
bears.
It was the best one.
It's just
Bears.
staring at the girl in the river for like.
She's just
45
playing.
minutes.
The Bear won Best Short Film, I think.
Okay.
Last week we placed our bets on who was going to win the Oscars. Now we like to acknowledge that came out after the Oscars happened, recorded a full week before it happened. But one of us said "Eeny, meeny, miny, Brie Larson." Well, Brie Larson won Best Actress, so Eeny, miny, mo wins again. Also, for Best Supporting Actor, all right, I really wanted it to be Sylvester Stallone. I said this last week. I wanted it to be Sylvester Stallone so much. It went to Mark Rylance from Bridge of Spies. Fine, I understand.
I still want to say that none of us saw like any of these movies
That's
that were nominated
fine.
for anything.
The big news, though, the huge news: Leonardo DiCaprio won Best Actor, Best Actor in a Leading Role, that is.
Wow.
And I know it's been a long time coming for him.
Yeah.
I'm still a little bit bitter that it went to him because I didn't like The Revenant, but that's fine. He's a good actor in general. He deserves one. Everyone knows he deserves one. He's got one now. R.I.P. that internet meme.
He is now since stopped acting.
Yeah, no, he's now quit acting.
He's
He says-
dropped down.
All done. See ya. Retired.
He's actually planning on switching to TV now.
Oh,
He's a TV actor, yes, yeah. He's
Is it going to be like the
He
Michael
got
J. Fox
his
show?
one
the
Oscar, now he's
the
done.
new Office reboot? He's gonna be Michael Scott.
Are you fucking serious?
No, I'm not serious.
I think so.
So after Leonardo DiCaprio got the Oscar, he was up there giving his speech. Now, I don't exactly know how long the speeches usually go for Best Actor, but Leonardo DiCaprio was going for like 3 minutes without music playing for him. They were just letting him revel in his award. Good for him.
Were there tears? Did we see him cry?
There's not tears, no.
His eyes were watered. He
I
was
really
not
wish
crying.
that he would just like.
Were
start
his eyes
crying.
watered? I was watching on this TV that was maybe 60 years old.
Yes.
That's not true.
Patrick actually lost quite a bit of vision watching it.
Of course.
The gamma rays. The gamma rays produced by this old piece of technology.
He
I
now has
should really go to a doctor.
he now has Hulk eyes actually.
It actually turned me into the Incredible Hulk, so
No,
don't
you
make
give
me
his
angry,
eyes.
Dalton. So, Leonardo DiCaprio was giving a speech, and a huge highlight of his speech was him talking about global warming, because that is what The Revenant was about, apparently.
Really? What?
No. He was comparing it to how it's about man's struggle with nature, and how we shouldn't take nature for granted. And then he made the point of saying, "I won't take this night for granted," which is the most polite way of saying, "Screw you, Academy. I deserved one long ago."
He probably DVR'd the Oscars.
No, he was very humble about it. It was good.
$10 he's watching the Oscars again on his DVR right now.
But when Alejandro Inarritu was given the Oscar for Best Director, he kept talking through the music, and they actually stopped the music because he was just still talking. But okay, so after Leonardo DiCaprio got his Oscar and he gave his speech, they announced Best Picture, which was probably the least climactic Best Picture announcement there is, because it was just huge upset going to Spotlight. Now, I'm sure Spotlight was a wonderful movie. Again, I didn't see it. But everyone was saying it was going to be The Revenant. For every source I read, all the speculation was like, yeah, it's going to be The Revenant. And so it went to Spotlight. So the climax of the evening was definitely Leonardo DiCaprio getting his Oscar.
Does anyone know what Spotlight was about?
Yeah, Spotlight is about the priests, sex scandals in Boston. It's got Michael Keaton. It's got Mark Ruffalo. Both of those were nominated for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor. I think respectively. I forget what order I said them in.
Okay.
Sounds pretty
For
good.
the record, though, it's the second year in a row that the Michael Keaton movie of the year won Best Picture. So maybe Batman's going to be a regular at the Oscars.
Conspiracy, I think, yes.
So James Gunn, he's the director of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
He tweeted right after they announced Best Picture. A pretty heavy tweet. I doubt you guys follow James Gunn.
No, what did he say?
I didn't know who he was until you just said Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, he said, I'm censoring a bit here. I hate when Best Picture goes to a different film than Best Director. Does our own industry not understand what a director does? First off, is this an okay thing for him to say?
Define, what do you mean it's not okay about it?
Whether he's right or not, politically, can a director tweet this?
I mean, well, yeah.
Technically, it's America.
Also, he's a member of the Academy, from what I understand, too.
Yeah.
Is he?
So, I guess criticizing the Academy is...
he could, well, I guess. Yeah, he could say that. Why not?
Well,
America, fuck
it seems, I don't know, it's kind of hostile.
Well, yeah, it is, but like...
the live censorship made it seem a lot less hostile, but yeah, it's pretty hostile.
Yeah, well...
Look it up yourself.
So, he responded to a couple other people who tweeted back at him, saying, I think you're wrong because of this reason. Like, do you think that the producer isn't useful? Do you think the actors don't matter? Do you think set design doesn't matter? Do you think costume design doesn't matter? Makeup doesn't matter?
Tell us his retort.
So he said, the director directs all of those people. You can judge a director's performance in one way, by the film itself. He says directing is a collaborative thing. And that's really all it is. You can't detach directing and the collaboration of the entire movie.
Well, yeah. So, like, I guess that adds validity to the statement, but, like...
Yeah, but, like, you can't always say the director really directs everyone. He says something, and then an actor would sometimes just work with that. Like, you could say something super vague, and the actor just brings something out that's awesome. And
yeah,
like, that's what I wanted.
You can have, like, a really good, like, director and still come out with a really bad movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that means the director probably did a pretty bad job.
So, like, what he's saying is that, like, if, like, the director wins Best Director, right? Then it should correspond to the movie that he directed to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if it's a terrible script and he somehow turned it into an awesome movie.
How does one judge Best Director?
Whichever movie was directed the best.
Well,
so James Gunn also... these are tweets that he posted. Today we're filming March 1st. There's this new string of articles out with the headlines, James Gunn unhappy with Spotlight win. Strange considering I loved Spotlight. So, you know, he's trying to say, I didn't hate Spotlight, you guys misunderstand me. He went out and gave a series of seven tweets about how he re-clarified what he was trying to say.
He must have read it over and thought he was pretty damn hostile too.
Yeah. I think he was clear originally. I think what it said before made sense if you looked into it, but I can understand people being offended by it.
People are offended by intimidating things.
Now, for the record, I'm glad Best Picture didn't go to The Revenant because Best Director did go to Inarritu, and I, just don't like The Revenant.
He directed the fuck out of that snow.
I understand it was a hard movie to film, but alright, I already gave my opinion about this. So, he did point out, though, that there is a little inconsistency between how they vote for Best Picture versus how they vote for Director. Hmm? For Director, they cast their vote of a single director. For Best Picture, they actually rank them. So, it's a slightly different point type system, okay, which is where the inconsistency in the votes comes from. But... so at least he does credit it to why it would happen that way if he thinks they're an inseparable paradigm between directing and the collaboration.
I mean, they're really closely connected, but you can't say they're inseparable because there is a divide between the actor and the director. The director can't 100%, put what he wants into the actor, and the actor can't necessarily replicate exactly what the director wants to do.
You get what you're saying?
Okay. But the director, isn't he? He's in the casting decisions.
Yeah.
He picked him. Yeah. That's the director's job.
He picks him because I think he has...
So if the actors are bad, it's the director's fault.
Yeah.
I know the director's not the casting, but he has a say. He directs that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But there's this one tweet he got that says, you underestimate the script, which is the most important element. And James Gunn responded... Considering I worked as a professional screenwriter for most of my life, I doubt I undervalue a great script. Wow, James Gunn.
I mean, a great script could turn into a shit movie.
I'm sure there are people who are disliking him for this, but I think I actually get more respect for the guy doing this. Because he's standing for what he believes in. What do you think about James Gunn? Do we like him more for this? Do we like him less?
I would say I'm pretty indifferent about him.
Indifferent about it.
I didn't know who he was until now. I don't know anything about directors,
Well,
but I say I like him.
Still gonna see Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
I'm gonna see Guardians of the Galaxy 1 again right now.
So, Pokemon Moon and Sun, they were just released.
They were revealed.
Announced.
That's what I said. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
The names were just released, is
Yes.
what I was trying to say, but failed. Jose, as our resident Pokemon expert, will tell you his opinions and speculation.
He
Go.
turned his hat backwards in prepreparation for this segment.
He did turn his hat backwards.
I am ready.
He's ready to summon his Bulbasaur.
So, in all actuality, these Pokemon games were just... all we know right now is the title. There's very little information that we know about these whatsoever, but in the reveal trailer that they had for these, they do have like certain snippets of what could potentially be in-game areas. And people have gone to speculation saying that, like, oh, this new Pokemon game is going to have a tropical setting because, like, the images that you see of them are, like, of a resort with, like, palm trees and, like, there's, like, a big fountain and stuff. Which it could be true, but it is known, like, Pokemon games are known to have, like, different, like, habitats to them. Like, there's, like, deserts and there's also like shorelines and stuff, so
Well,
it
see,
varies.
I don't remember the environments of Pokemon games too well, but I seem to remember in Diamond and Pearl they had a tropical resort area and
Snow.
and snow.
Yeah.
Yes,
And a desert?
Yeah, they did have a desert.
Yeah, they
everyone has a desert. Every Pokemon game has a desert, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, you need to have a place.
Where
for
else
your,
would I catch my
ground Pokemon.
Sandslash?
Yeah, your Sandslash and your Sandshrew.
Mm-hmm.
Which one's which?
Sandshrew is the first one. Sandslash is the second one.
Okay. Well, I screwed up. I saw some theories though that it's called Sun and Moon because it's going to actually be referencing the Japanese gods of the sun, gods of the moon. They think it's going to be very Japanese inspired.
A Japanese game being Japanese
Being
inspired.
Japanese,
I like that.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And the other ones weren't really so much. You know, they've got stuff based on like Hebrew legends. They've got stuff based on well, they do have some other Japanese.
Nordic
Last one
legends.
was in France.
Yeah, but like
This
the
one's in France. That's true.
yeah, but like those Pokemon were like Nordically inspired.
Were they?
Yeah, they were.
They were in France. It was nordically inspired.
Well, no, it's like the legendary Pokemon. It's like
Oh, Yveltal.
that's supposed to, I forget what the name is that one, but it's supposed to be like
Xerneas.
The bird.
Yveltal.
I know that Xerneas is supposed to be Yggdrasil, the tree of life.
I say that.
Yggdrasil.
So as we've said
I thought it was
previously,
Yggdrasil.
we are the most well-researced podcast in the world.
On this side
Everything-
of Mississippi.
On this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
You don't need to know what side of the Mississippi we're on.
We could be on the other side of the equator on this.
We could be on the side of the equator. We live in Chile.
Chile.
I thought it was
Chile.
Chile. No, we live in Chile because we're from Chile.
So because we are so credible and we do all our research, I can guarantee you everything we say is true. And if it's not true, well, the other source is wrong.
I
The
mean,
other source is wrong.
I'd go out to say that we're positively incredible.
That we're incredible.
That is the worst pun I've ever heard.
and
And I've heard Carl.
I learned from the best.
Oh, poor intern Carl.
So moving on again, then.
So moving on
Apparently, because
again.
there's nothing to say about Pokemon.
Well, 'cause,
our
like, there's just not enough
well-researched
information.
resident Jose.
All we have are the names of the games.
Yeah, you literally just asked me to talk about
That's
names
true.
that were announced
Maybe,
yesterday.
hypothetically, the entire game is going to be centered around Umbreon and Espeon, alright?
I-
You're going to play as an Umbreon and Espeon in an Animal Crossing type situation. This is not going to be a main series Pokemon. We're talking more like a Troze or a Pinball type game. No.
playing with a
Picture
pinball.
Mario, but instead of being a Mario, you are an Eevee trying to decide if he's going to become an Umbreon or an Espeon in his life. So, you go up, you beat a giant turtle, Blastoise, I guess? I don't know.
I
Blastoise
guess.
breathing fire.
Oh.
Is this a curse last resort, Eevee?
Speaking of Blastoise, they did have some like concept art in the reveal trailer. There was like this emphasis on like buildings and like infrastructure and like vehicles and stuff. They had like this one like truck with like a crane on it, right? And there's like a Blastoise in the crane. It was like shooting water. It was like a real fire truck. It's really interesting.
So, if Pokemon were real, would we actually change how we do things to fit in with using Pokemon still? Because we don't still use animals. We have cars, not horse-drawn carriages.
Well, I was
But,
never
like-
starting at the 5. I had to
So
start
would we
really-
actually use a Blastoise as our little slave to I'm sorry, it's our friend? As a friend who puts out fires with us?
I mean,
yeah.
like, I'm
do
sure
that.
that like like the people for Pokemon equal rights. People would be like, don't use Pokemon.
We have tractors nowadays. We don't still use, you know.
Wait, I'm a trainer. That means I technically own that Pokemon.
Well, I guess so.
So if
This is more like a pet than a slave, I would like to think.
I like to think it was his partners. Well, I guess it depends on the situation.
Then again, when there are Pokemon that can talk, like Meowth can talk, these are slaves. These are sentient beings that we are enslaving.
I mean...
I say we, but Pokemon don't actually exist.
only if you keep them in Pokeballs all the time, which I fucking will do.
So, there was news that came out. This actually came out last week. We didn't have time to talk about it, though.
Okay.
So it looks like Wolverine now has a higher chance of being R-rated.
Whoa.
Right?
Yeah.
What does that mean, though? Like, for the movie itself?
Well, it means it's going to be for people above the age of 17.
But, like, why is that such a big deal, though?
Well, because they don't usually do that.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah, usually they want to keep it, like, you know, for kids because, to quote suburban mothers, superheroes are for kids.
Is that true?
like PG-13 kids.
Yeah. No, well, PG-13, you know, you can bring your 10-year-old to a PG-13 movie most of the time. No big deal. You might hear a cuss word or two, and you might see a guy getting punched in the face.
And now you have a shitty kid. That's your fault.
But I'm sure that kid's also playing Super Smash Brothers, where you punch kids in the face all the time.
Hey, he doesn't understand how to do a down tilt.
There's also talk of it being based on Old Man Logan, which we've discussed in the past. Probably a bad idea, right?
Yeah, that you wouldn't like that.
Because Old Man Logan, like, the whole concept involves all these different supervillains taking over the U.S., at least. I don't know, we might take over the world, too. They only show us the map of the U.S. And it's like Wolverine saying he's going to be a pacifist and then not being a pacifist. And then...
Wolverine, a pacifist? What?
I know. That's sort of what's crazy about it. It's a great story. But one of the big pivotal characters... Well, there are a lot of big pivotal characters Fox does not have the rights to. For example, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, Kingpin, Hulk.
Do they really not have the rights to that stuff?
No, Marvel does.
Yeah, obviously.
But Fox, who runs the Fantastic Four and X-Men front, does not.
Think there could be some kind of collaboration here?
No.
Just flat out.
No, they don't live that way. Very slim chance of that happening. But the thing is,
you need to know.
it'd be really cool to see. And I think Hugh Jackman could do a great job of it. But they just can't do an Old Man Logan movie. They're going to try, but it's going to be the same way that The Dark Knight Rises was an interpretation of The Dark Knight Returns, which it wasn't. The similarity was that there was an old guy who called himself Batman.
There was an old guy.
Who wasn't really old.
But speaking of Fox movies, they released this. Fox released this new slate of movies that they're going to be releasing in the next few years. Mm-hmm. There's 2 unnamed ones. Speculate that as you will. Maybe it's a Deadpool sequel. Maybe we're getting, some cable stuff. I don't know. But interestingly, Gambit is not on the list anymore.
Oh.
And Gambit was one of the big ones being talked about for quite a while. Channing Tatum throwing cards at people. Sounds like a blockbuster hit to me.
Think so?
Maybe we'll repeat Deadpool here and see it in 10 years.
See it in 10 years, yeah. I don't know. Is Channing Tatum still on this? Do we know this?
No idea.
We're well researched.
I don't know about Channing Tatum for
Whatever
Gambit.
we say is the truth.
Whatever we say is definitively the truth, undeniably, no doubt about it.
I always forget Gambit for a lanky guy.
A lanky guy?
Lanky kind of guy.
Yeah, and Channing Tatum's built, right?
He's a thumb.
I don't think
he's a thumb.
Yeah, I don't think he has the look. Did you just call him a thumb?
Yeah,
he looks like a thumb.
Like the thumbs from like Spy Kids.
Oh yeah, Spy Kids has like the people constructed of thumbs.
Of just thumbs, and it's
They're probably all Channing Tatum. Spy Kids 2 featuring Channing Tatum.
There already was a Spy Kids 2.
Yeah, but isn't that the one with the thumbs?
No, the first one had thumbs.
Look.
The first one and the third
I don't
one
remember
thumbs.
Spy Kids. All right.
Okay.
It's been
and it had Tony Shalhoub as like
4.5
a
years.
As a handman.
As a handman.
Oh yeah, he did. He had like hands coming out of his head.
Did you guys see Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
I did.
So like George Lopez
as the bad guy, but isn't the bad guy?
I don't remember, but I remember he's just like a giant
guy.
face. He's a giant face with like these electric limbs just walking around.
Yeah.
Probably his best role there is, of course.
You think so?
No, not even close.
He was one of the dogs in like that movie. What's it called? About the dogs that could talk. Like the ones that go to Mexico. Oh, it's Beverly Hills Chihuahua. He was the Mexican dog.
Well, see, I have a good taste in movies, so I don't watch Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Well, fine.
He was the Mexican dog.
Well, he was.
He was the Mexican dog?
Yeah.
Wait a second, I thought the main character was a Mexican woman dog.
No, the main character is an American dog woman.
Well, whoa.
American Dog Woman.
By George Lopez.
No, no, you played a different dog.
Let's get off of this. I don't want to know about this. It's getting more and more confusing.
No, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep talking about dogs and roles. How about the Shaggy dog? You guys see that one?
Oh, I remember that. Wait, that was the one where like the dad becomes the dog, right?
We're actually talking about it. I was joking. So are we upset about Gambit?
Everyone like cat and dogs? The one where they were fighting each other and they had a bunch of rockets?
Oh yeah, no, and like there's like this bomb. There's like a bomb, and they like one of the like the smart dog tells them like cut the blue wire, and then like the dog
which one's blue?
I can't see colors.
So Gambit.
Gambit.
As host, it's my job to keep us relatively on track.
I think Gambit might have a dog in it.
Gambit does not have a dog in it. Gambit doesn't own a dog.
Played by George Lopez.
My uncle got a dog.
Depending on what deck of cards he has, there may be dogs in
We're
it.
just seeing like Channing Tatum and George Lopez. George Lopez is the dog.
He's a dog.
But like a dog with a photoshopped George Lopez face on the front of it.
Why don't we just
like they would in his show. Did you ever watch like George Lopez's show?
No.
They would like have like segments where like you would go to like flashbacks when he was a kid.
With a dog?
No. But like George Lopez as a kid would be like a kid's body, but they would put like his head, like his adult head, on the kid's body. It was really funny to me.
Can we go over Gambit's power real quick?
He makes things explode.
Like he charged it with like energy, right?
He makes things explode.
And it blows up. That's how it works?
Yeah.
Alright, sure.
Yeah, he makes some cards like radioactive or something, and they blow up in people's faces. I don't know.
I do believe he has a staff.
You
too,
watched
right?
You watched X-Men Origins, right?
He's got a staff too, right?
Let's see. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Like Robin does.
Like Robin staff? I don't
Yeah,
know.
like Kim Drake Robin
Well,
does.
Well, I thought didn't Dick Grayson used to have a staff too?
Maybe.
Like
Maybe his staff.
I don't know.
What's the point of having a staff?
To hit people.
Well, no, I mean, because like, isn't having a sword just better?
No.
No, because you can.
Well, because a staff tends to be less destructive and more redirective.
Well, I guess.
At least that's what I've learned in The Walking Dead this past season.
Plus, instead of cleaving, you can just bash.
Oh, I guess so. I mean, like, if that's your intent, if you don't mean to like slice people.
Like with a sword, you can like hit them with the hilt to knock them out. But you're more likely just gonna like chop their face off.
Oh, I guess so.
There's also some Justice League photos released. All right, Zack Snyder, has a Twitter account, and he tweeted things. So Jason Momoa, who's going to be Aquaman. All right, it's a picture of him and Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa clearly flashing some gang signs.
What's
up?
You guys, for the record, for those watching this right now, I recommend looking up a picture because we're going to be referencing this for a couple minutes. All right. So he's clearly trying to get Zack Snyder to join some type of gang.
There's uniforms in the back for the gang.
Yes, no, that's actually a big point here, right? So they clearly have some costumes in the back, which is kind of interesting. There's a really shiny Flash costume.
Is that? Oh, it is a Flash, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh,
Good eyes. That's in the way back.
That's like covered up by like a mannequin.
Oh, I'm not taking credit for that. I did research.
Oh, okay.
Like in the foreground, we clearly see, there's a Batman cowl off to the side.
This one here looks like Aquaman's.
Yeah, it's a little revised though from what we saw before, isn't it? When they were like, the whole Unite the Seven thing with Jason Momoa.
Over there? Who's that?
Who was that?
Right by the guy's
Behind his head. It's too hard to tell.
Is that a stormtrooper?
No, so
Yes, Jose, it's a stormtrooper.
Well, no, that's what it looks like.
no, guaranteed it's a
far
stormtrooper.
away in a time long ago, so they could be in the same universe.
But hypothetically, that's not true.
Okay.
Hypothetically, though, if Disney bought DC too, all right, so that they could do some Star Wars Aquaman crossovers.
Batman meets
I mean, I'd watch that abomination.
Okay, quick chat here. Who wins, Luke Skywalker, Batman? Go.
Oh,
He does have the Force.
definitely Luke Skywalker.
I disagree with you.
No. How much preparation does Batman have?
Oh yeah.
Batman is always prepared in any situation, even if it's an unexpected
Is he
situation.
prepared for an unscientific lightsaber?
He probably has Jedi repellent. He pulls out his Jedi repellent and he just sprays the air around him.
He sprays the air around him, and then the midichlorians just die all over.
I do believe there is.
Batman's
Jedi
probably trained in Jedi fighting styles. He's trained in all the other fighting styles. He uses the Force. He picks Luke up. He drops him off a cliff. whatever.
I mean, Batman has enough money to, buy some of the Force, doesn't he?
To purchase
He
some
buys
of
the
the Force.
Force.
He does.
He pays Mace Windu to fight for him.
He can just buy some midichlorians.
Windu to fight for him.
He buys midichlorians like he can buy some stem cells. Like,
It's the same thing.
then he's got some of the Force.
Yes, that's it. Well, like in the Dark Knight Returns, he makes an Iron Man suit. Who's to say he can't make some, Fallout, what are the injections called in Fallout?
Stimpaks?
No.
Well,
Buff out?
What are they called?
Jet?
Simpacks?
Stimpaks are the things that heal you in Fallout.
No, the things that you inject that give
The
you...
chems?
No, Fallout's not what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking Bioshock.
Oh, Bioshock. I
Yeah.
never played those.
Oh, crap. What are they called?
But
Plasmids.
plasmids?
Yeah, plasmids.
Yeah, they're called plasmids.
The,
Isn't
Batman makes some plasmids, injects himself.
I don't want to see Batman using magic heroin. That's not the kind of hero I want.
magic heroin?
They become smelling salts in Infinite.
They become smelly. Well, isn't Infinite based in before Bioshock 1? So
Yeah.
wouldn't their technology be not as good?
How is smelling to get magic more effective than injecting it into
Like you
your
said,
arm?
they're magic smelling salts.
Yeah, I'm just gonna snort some magic, guys.
Some
Don't
magic.
worry about it.
That's his drug of choice.
That's his magic.
Magic cocaine, patent pending.
Patent pending. It's not TM yet.
No, it's not trademark. We shouldn't have announced it yet.
Okay.
Don't you guys steal it?
Anyways, going back to this picture.
Yeah, go back to this. So you can see the Flash costume, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's better looking than the Grant Gustin costume.
So does this mean that the Flash is confirmed from this movie?
Well, this is the Justice League movie. It's not the Batman v Superman
Oh,
movie.
I watched the Justice League when I was a kid.
We might not even be
Like
able
the
to-
television show?
Yeah, the
Like
one where
animal?
there was the green guy. I forget what his name is.
the
Martian Manhunter?
Sure. What was his power?
He has
Martian,
every power.
Martian stuff?
Martian stuff?
Martian Manhunter has a lot.
He
He's
had red
basically
eyes.
Yeah, he had just red eyes, but there were no pupils, right?
Yeah, that's Martian
Yeah.
Manhunter.
No,
Oh,
he can shapeshift. He's telepathic. He's super strong. He's scared of fire, Frankenstein style.
I just remember that. Never mind.
He can fly too.
He can fly. Yeah, he can do everything. He's got Superman powers, but he can mold his face better.
Can
Yeah.
mold his face.
Great, Superman actually did use that the power to mold his face.
I think he is more mortal than Superman though.
He's
Is
more
he?
mortal than
Well, I mean,
Superman?
you can kill Martian Manhunter a lot easier than Superman
How do you know that though? Has he died?
with fire.
Because Dalton has taken on both Martian Manhunter and Superman in fights before.
In fights, and
I
he
gotta
is-
say, kryptonite is a lot more rare than fire.
I don't know. Are we sure about that? How often do we see kryptonite in movies, TV, comic books?
And how more often do we see fire?
I am not a rich man that can just buy kryptonite whenever I fucking want to.
But you're a deity that can spawn fire.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
No, he could buy a Zippo, and I think it's a bit easier to buy a Zippo than it is to.
But is a Zippo lighter enough to combat?
Yes.
Okay.
No, probably
Or
not.
I could just employ Pyro from the X-Men and have him
Pyro
deal with
from
it.
the X-Men.
I know this is a different universe, but I don't care.
You guys know in the X-Men movies before where there was Pyro, he had a Zippo and he just
Yeah.
lit it up and it'd shoot fire from it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cool to watch.
I
Yeah.
do too.
I was just watching Pyro just flipping his Zippo and I was like, this is a cool guy. Is the epitome of cool.
All right, back to DC though.
Got it.
Back to DC. So, it looks like it could be a cool costume for Flash because we're still talking about the Flash costume. We've not
Yeah.
moved on from that. It looks better than Grant Gustin's from the CW show.
Wait, are there
looks
any-
sleeker.
Are there any fire starters in DC?
Do they-
Fire starters in
Just
DC.
straight up fire.
pyromancers.
Well, okay, so I'm sure, right? But I guess he's like Firestorm, but he more controls molecules.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's Human Torch.
Yeah.
It's probably someone really dumb I'm forgetting. I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't think of anyone who just straight up.
The Flash, though. He
He
can
shoots
summon.
fire.
He summons lightning on occasion.
On occasion.
The coolest parts of the CW show is when he shoots lightning at people.
Wait, how
Oh,
does
He
he shoot?
just did it against King
How
Shark.
does he shoot lightning? I thought he vibrated.
Yeah. How?
What? No,
No.
he's super fast, right?
No,
So,
Dalton, he's not a dildo.
Clearly, when you run fast,
Okay.
it just.
That took a minute.
All right.
Okay. So he runs really fast, right?
He runs really fast, and clearly, when you hit a certain speed, you get a lightning bolt. That's why his name's Usain Bolt. He's the only guy fast enough in real life to summon a lightning bolt.
What's the science behind that?
There's no science. It's complete
Yeah, there's
garbage.
no science.
Oh, fine.
It's all fact though.
It's a whole fact, though. It
It's
can happen.
fact. This is truth.
Just because we said it.
Yeah.
This is true.
Usain Bolt has lightning powers.
So it's a sleek costume.
It is.
It looks good, I guess.
Yeah, it looks fine.
I
You know,
think
you know
Ezra
the part
Miller-
that you could see that right shoulder and the head.
Yeah, no, for all you
The
know,
cowl's an important part,
The
though,
left
right?
shoulder and the rest of the body could be made of macaroni. For all
Do
you
we
know.
see
it could
lightning
just
on
be
the ears of things?
non-existent.
Maybe around the ear.
It could just be a
Hmm.
cowl and a
But
shoulder.
other than that, you can't really tell much.
I wonder if they're going with a white logo, right? Oh, more importantly, are the eyes covered? Can we see that here?
His eyes look open.
They look open to me.
The eyes look open. Good.
Should they be covered?
Well,
Like in the Justice League?
It's going to be Barry Allen. And Barry Allen's Flash, usually, again, it depends on the writer, like everything comic books. Usually, Barry Allen likes to have the open eyes so he can see the people he's saving. There's more intimate connection there. Not intimate as he's trying to bone. Intimate as in, like, they
he's trying
trust
to
him.
bone.
He might be trying to bone. Iris, especially in CW, is really hesitant.
Being that fast, I'm pretty sure he'd be embarrassed to bone.
Oh, gosh. Actually, CW talks about that in the show, yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Well, the thing is, like, Wally West, when he became the Flash, he covered his eyes, right? He has, like, the white Batman eyes.
Yeah.
And there's a point where, like, Barry Allen, like, comes back to life. I didn't read this story. Like, I saw panels from it. And he's like, it's interesting you decided to cover your eyes. I think people think you're less sincere if they can't see your eyes. But, hey, it's your choice, Wally. You be you. You do you.
I gotta say, that's a pretty dick move on Barry Allen's part.
Well, Barry likes, the people trusting the Flash. And they don't know the identity of Flash. The public's got to think this is the same guy, right?
I guess, yeah.
Maybe he had pink eye for a little while.
Was he pink eye for a little bit?
So he covered his eyes.
Covered his eyes because he got pink eye. He's too fast for pink eye. He'd vibrate through those pink eye molecules.
He would vibrate through the pink eye molecules? I thought
the shit in his
we discussed
face?
that he doesn't vibrate, though.
Well, he does, absolutely. He walks through walls by vibrating.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, well, I think it's supposed to be like a quantum tunneling type thing, which is like, if you collide things long enough, they'll start like going through the molecules individually. So the fact is, if he vibrates fast enough, basically an infinite number of collisions, and he ends up walking straight through it. Who cares though? He walks.
Phasing.
I thought he vibrated enough that his molecules are like loose enough that he could walk through shit.
His molecules are loose enough?
Yeah.
Phasing through
That doesn't work,
Whatever.
though, with solid objects, because, with solid objects, don't they just, they barely have, any
Well,
space
I
between
mean,
the
if you
molecules?
move your molecules that
There's
far
a
apart,
lot of space.
you'll
The
eventually
majority of the
become a gas.
molecule is empty space. The majority of the molecule is empty space.
Well, but, never
We need to acknowledge that any different interpretation of the Flash walking through walls probably has different justification behind it.
Yeah, probably.
I'm just gonna call it phasing.
Well, but phasing doesn't explain how phasing works.
Science.
That's just what I'm calling it.
Science.
This is not science.
Well, a Vision walks through walls by like making himself less dense, right?
But
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
But
about.
that doesn't work either, because,
No, it
just
doesn't.
because you're less dense, I could shoot, hydrogen gas at a wall and it won't go through it.
Like if you just blow on a wall, would someone on the other side of the wall feel you blowing them? Blowing on them is distinctly what I meant to say.
No, you meant to say the first
We're
one.
talking glory
Patrick, I'll
holes.
go in the other room. We'll test it right now.
Oh, Dalton. Zack Snyder looking like a goofy idiot.
As usual.
As usual. I actually didn't even know what Zack Snyder looks like. This might be the first time I'm looking at Zack Snyder.
Really? Which one is he?
He's the one who does not look like he's supposed to be Aquaman.
Wait, so is it... Which one is it?
He's a small guy.
Oh, okay.
It's the one in the white.
Aquaman is the king of the ocean. He has to be intimidating.
Neptune?
He's the Thor of the sea.
Poseidon?
That is not how you pronounce that word.
I think he is all of those, isn't he?
It's Poseidon.
Are they based
Okay.
off of him?
I don't know.
I kind of want to get a marble statue of Poseidon to put in, my foyer when I have my house.
Why Poseidon? Why not a cool
Are you gonna be
god?
able to afford that?
No.
No, I'll make it myself.
Oh, you'll.
On a selling the
'cause you're gonna be
scholarship.
able to
On a
afford
selling the
a
salary,
marble
of course you
statue.
will.
I'll just get a marble column, because that
You're
costs...
gonna be able to afford an 8-foot tall, 6-foot wide marble
A
column
marble
to just
column,
chisel
to
out.
just chisel out an image of Poseidon.
So the next thing I've got on my list here of things to talk about is gay Star Wars.
Oh, I'd be up for that.
That is the worst worded topic.
Yeah, and you said that much better.
Well, I was gonna explain what it is, but if you guys just want to
Yeah, 'cause,
go off and guess,
We're gonna leave it at that, guys.
Han Solo
This
in,
is Surely We Jest.
in
See you
booty
guys
shorts,
next week.
right? And he's gyrating his hips, and he's I don't know.
That's not gay.
Yeah, because Carrie Fisher's gonna be all over that.
Well, yeah.
well, okay. First of all, spoilers for The Force Awakens. Han died. All right.
No! It's Han.
Han died.
Han.
Don't say it like Karazu.
So Finn, all right, was hitting on Rey the whole time, but Rey wasn't into it. Do you know why? Because she's gay.
Whoa, I'd
That's
totally
not-
be into
that's
that.
not what this
No,
news is.
that's-
Oh,
No,
fine.
I'm very much convinced, for no particular reason, that it's a guy that's gay.
Okay. Well, okay. So let's actually explain what's going on.
Like
all
maybe
right?
Poe Dameron.
There were rumors that there will be a homosexual character introduced into the Star Wars universe. Now, the
Maybe
thing
it's
is,
Kylo.
in the novels right now that are considered canon right now, there are gay characters who are introduced, and I think the great part about them is they're gay characters who their only characterization is not just that they're gay, right?
I really hate it when media does that too. It's the only thing that makes them different from anyone else is that they are homosexual.
Yeah. So they're it's an aspect of someone's person, right? It's not.
It's not who defines them.
Yeah, it's not the only thing they are.
Yeah.
Right?
Is it fucked up to say that I would enjoy a gay Wookiee?
Are you saying like you'd bone a gay Wookiee?
No, I would enjoy seeing one on screen. Not
What
sure
would,
why.
what would a homosexual Wookiee look like?
I'm not sure.
Would it have like some very like fashionable
Without
braids?
getting extremely offensive,
That's-
I am not going to answer that.
Fine.
That's why I want to know.
It's wearing like a cardigan and a scarf.
Wait,
like,
like-
what do you want?
Maybe
woman?
he's gay for an Ewok, which
It's
is like a
got
little
weird
Wookiee.
Well, no, that wouldn't be
Picture
gay.
Chew-
That'd be like
picture
interspecies.
Chewbacca with
Gay?
like ponytails.
If they're two guys.
No, but like they're two different species though, so it'd be interspecies.
It doesn't make it not homosexual either.
Yeah, wait a second. So in Doctor Who, there's the character Jack Harkness, right?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
And he's not gay. He's not straight. He's,
Sexually ambiguous.
whatever. I think he ends up getting with a guy named Alonzo or something like that. That's great.
Yanto.
What? No, Alonzo.
Torchwood.
Oh, does he end up? I didn't watch Torchwood. But
Yanto Jones.
actually, that's a part I really liked about Jack's character. Is that, yeah, he was a flirtatious guy. He was flirting with everyone, everything. Even sometimes there were robots he was trying to flirt with. But that wasn't his character. It was an aspect of his character.
It was a
right?
hilarious aspect too.
It was a great aspect. It's funny. It was funny. But his character is great. I
is.
loved his character.
Oh yeah.
Especially when he's 5 billion years old in the future.
And he's
Just a
spoiler
giant
alert,
face.
he's a face.
He's just a giant... Spoiler alert for something that was announced like 10 years ago.
Hey, maybe people are still watching Doctor Who.
Yeah, like I haven't even seen like any of Godzilla movies. Are you gonna tell me that like Godzilla defeats Mothra at the end of like the third movie? I'd be like, oh my god.
I was gonna bring up Mothra. Actually. Mothra's probably the only one I could name.
Hidora.
Which one's that?
The three-headed thing.
Can you make the sound that it makes?
So the answer is no, you can't.
Of course.
So J.J. Abrams came out and he said, well, Star Wars is this big, expansive universe. That's one of the best things about it. So it makes sense that there'd be a gay character. And actually, because of all the characters that have been introduced, I'm surprised none of them are gay yet. So, it's just probably going to be a gay character. It's speculation. Maybe it's going to be a transgender character. Maybe it's going to be Eddie Redmayne, dressed as a woman, a Danish woman, perhaps.
Qui-Gon wasn't alive enough for us to deduce his sexual orientation.
Jedis don't have a sexual orientation. They're celibate.
Well,
They're celibate.
I'll tell it to Anakin Skywalker.
That guy was a rebel to begin with. He had the midichlorians in him.
Hey, you can't tell him he's a rebel, because then he'll have to kill himself, rebel scum.
He's right.
I guess so.
So that's all we have to say about gay Star Wars.
But wait. I just want are like the movies like canonical? I don't know if that's the word. Are they canon with like the comics and like the books?
So right now there is a Star Wars canon. All right, the Star Wars canon was recently changed. No, it is not
Star Wars
it is
canon.
not like a Civil War canon. Dalton's over here making gestures like he's about to load some cannon to shoot those Confederates. No offense if you live in Texas.
We might.
We might live in Texas. I live in Texas, guys. What are we talking about here? So there's a canon for Star Wars.
Right.
Star Wars is what is considered canon is the 7 movies,
Okay.
the 2 TV shows,
2 TV shows.
3.
2 TV shows and 1 movie.
What
one
TV shows?
one
It's a
animated
movie.
movie.
It's a movie.
Right. So I guess the 8 movies, the 2 TV shows, the comic books released after the announcement of what's canon, and certain novels released after it was announced what was canon. Everything now that was a novel before the release of The Force Awakens is now considered a legend. Doesn't count anymore.
Oh, really?
I still think that's bullshit.
I think
personally.
you're full of crap, alright?
Yeah. Go to the
How'd you
bathroom.
know? Honestly, though,
Yeah, let's
because
hear it.
for years, like ever since the original movies come out and George Lucas came out with all the ideas, all these other novels, all these other timelines have all been canon. And now, because Disney has taken over, they just have completely declared it as legend.
I'd like to hear it about a galaxy not so far away, in a time...
I think it's
close
just been
right now.
around too long to just cast it all away.
Well, yeah.
What I'm trying to say is people are just going with what Disney's saying now just because they bought George Lucas out.
Because they control the canon.
I know
It's
that
there, well
But-
within their rights to do this. Think about
They have the right to do it. I'm not
Hold
saying that.
your horse very hard right now.
Okay.
Firmly grasp it.
Star Trek, right?
I got the reins.
Okay, you got the reins. Star Trek, all right? J.J. Abrams was like, hey, let's do a movie for Star Trek that reboots the entire universe. Well, how are we going to reboot the universe? We're going to blow up Vulcan. That changes everything, all right? So now, like, nothing happens the way it was supposed to. Except, I guess, maybe the Enterprise, because I think it takes place before the original series. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
Fine. You know, speaking of Leonard Nimoy, which is only a slight tangent, we were watching the In Memoriam, trying to figure out like who they were going to like end on. You know, give a little lasting thing to. We were just debating it as we were watching it, forgetting that Leonard Nimoy died this year, and of course it was Leonard Nimoy at the end. I was like, well, Leonard Nimoy. I just said Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy.
It's been a long year.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's been the exact same length year as any other year.
Okay, so Josh.
Yes.
I'm saying Josh specifically because we're about to talk Flash and Arrow here.
Oh, I love Flash and Arrow. Let's do it.
It begins. So there's a reveal. All right. You ready for this?
Everyone
hold your horses. All right.
Super spoilers.
Firmly grasp whatever's next to you.
Grab onto those titties.
Look to your left. And whoever is there, just grab it really hard. Zoom.
Spoilers.
Is Jay Garrick.
Well, actually, it's Hunter Zolomon, but
We don't know that for sure.
no, I already said so.
So
He's Jay.
Zoom
Hunter
took the
Zolomon.
mask off. Wait a minute. You did not show me your source that said.
I don't remember where I saw it. It was
So
on
we don't
Facebook.
trust you. We
Sorry.
don't trust you, Josh. So here's the thing. All right, I'm going to discuss this as if we don't know who that is because I don't
we're
care
gonna know
what
in 5 hours.
That's not true. It does not air this week.
Oh, that's
Flash is
right.
on hiatus.
Damn
And
it!
even if it wasn't on
Boogers.
hiatus, who's to say that address it?
That's true.
I'm pretty sure
It's
CW's skipping a couple weeks of all the
Yeah,
shows.
it's like a month.
Yeah. Well, that's not true. Legend Tomorrow is still going to go.
Ah, okay.
What am I gonna watch tonight then?
I don't know. You can just watch some good porns or something. I don't know. It seems
Oh,
like
we can play some Black Ops tonight if you really want to.
Okay, you can go over to Jose's house. You're gonna play some
Fucking Black Ops. Let's do it.
We are going to assume here for the rest of this conversation that it could be any person who looks like Jay Garrick. All right.
Okay.
So here's what I think. Because
Yep.
if it was Hunter Zolomon, then why would he have first appeared on Earth 2? Why would he have never done anything on Earth 1? Why did any of this happen, right? It doesn't make sense if it's
throw them off his case.
So here's my thought. All right, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
There are now 4 Jay Garricks running around. Hunter Zolomon on Earth 1, who has nothing to do with anything right now.
Okay.
Zoom, who is someone. Jay Garrick, and then the guy in the mask is also Jay Garrick.
I'm telling you, my clone idea.
Everyone is Jay Garrick, alright? Joe West gonna take off his mask.
It's gonna be Jay Garrick. The Flash is gonna take off his mask, and it's Barry Allen. But then the Barry Allen's gonna take off his mask, and it's Jay Garrick.
Because now everyone's Jay Garrick.
Are there like the same number of Earths that all these Jays come from, or is this just really weird?
So all that really has been shown is Earth 1 and Earth 2. Now, the terminology, we're going to say the one we watch is Earth 1, and the one that we don't watch every week is Earth 2. So in Earth 1, we have a guy named Hunter Zolomon.
Okay.
On Earth 2, the guy who's named Hunter Zolomon on Earth 1 is named Jay Garrick. He was like adopted by a family to make him Hunter Zolomon in that Earth or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever. So we have Jay Garrick. We have his Earth 1 counterpart, Hunter Zolomon. Jay Garrick is the Flash on his Earth 2. He changes over to Earth 1 and hangs out with Barry when it's convenient to appear on the show because there were several episodes where he just didn't show up.
Okay.
He's been on a lot lately, but
Yeah. Well, now he's
mostly because he's been like,
he's dead?
getting really close to
Which
Snow.
one?
Here is my problem with the reveal. All right, are you ready for this?
What's up?
It is going to be a weak explanation, first of all, right? And also, the reveal is that he's exactly who he is in the comic books. The reveal is that there's nothing special.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
No.
No, it's because...
Did you see it coming?
Honestly, no, because I thought they had better sense than that.
Well, who would you have wanted to be?
They tricked you.
CW executives,
I swear.
change your mind, retcon this.
Retcon.
It's a comic book show. You can retcon all you want.
Yeah, that episode's no longer canon.
Make Wally West Zoom. That would be fun.
Make
Dalton Zoom.
Make Zoom twice as fast.
Dalton for Zoom 2016. Calling it right now.
Whoa.
You tweet at us with the hashtag Dalton for Zoom. All right, and we will mention you exist.
I did.
We will mention you exist.
That's the best we can do.
I did act in high school, guys. I can do this.
Although if you'd like to tweet at the Flash Writers Room, Dalton for Zoom 2016, you know what they're gonna do? Ignore you. we have 12 followers on Twitter as of recording this video. All right. Several of them are definitely robots.
One of them's a cat, though.
One of them's a cat.
Wait, what color is the cat?
White.
I don't know.
I think it might be a calico, actually.
A calico kitty. Those are supposed to be lucky.
She I think was actually the first follower that wasn't a person we know personally. If you're a robot, Kitty, I'm upset about this.
We're gonna be very upset, and we'll do something about it. We'll get a real cat.
We're gonna need a real cat. All right.
Yeah.
So the reveal of Jay Garrick's really all that's worth talking about right now for the Flash, right? And like, I don't like it. I don't like the reveal.
I think it was a little early.
No, the guy in the mask though, the guy in the iron mask, we don't
That
know.
guy's.
Wait, how did they do the reveal? Did he just take off the mask dramatically?
Yeah, he for some reason, even though he's never taken off his mask before, he takes off his mask and but he doesn't have black eye makeup, does he?
No.
Because when you look at Zoom closely,
He's
he
got
clearly
black
has
eye
like like what Oliver had season 1 of Arrow.
So maybe it's a trick.
It's not a trick.
Yeah,
It is
some
either
substitution.
A. J. Garrick or A. Hunter Zolomon.
Well, like, it would have been pretty cool. Well, I haven't seen The Flash, personally, but I like reveals that are after. Well, say, you said that Barry couldn't deal with Zoom at all because he was that fast.
Oh yeah, no, Barry is nothing compared to Zoom
Well,
right now.
say Barry was able to contend to him, like, half as well as he should be able to since he's the protagonist. And say he did the reveal after that. Say he could knock the mask off in the fight, which is the best he can do.
Somehow.
Knock the mask off. Tear it off to figure out who it is, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
But these masks are not something like if I were to put you in the mask,
Yeah.
I were to hit you with a Mack truck, that mask would probably stay on, right? It's like a cowl.
But
It
like your
stays.
head would come off.
Your head would come off before your mask
Why
would.
doesn't he just, like, quantum tunnel the mask off his head?
Quantum tunnel the mask off.
Let's hope this is the right term. I am far from a doctor in theoretical physics.
Let's go with Josh and say he phases it off his head.
He feels the gravitational
If he
waves.
phased it off his head, his hand would go right through his head.
So
Arrow this week, right? What'd you think of it? What happened? Because I
Accurate.
honestly don't remember.
That's a great question.
So neither of you remember what happened?
No.
Oh. Well, this is going to be a great segment.
I believe that the newly dubbed Green Arrow.
Oh, it's the Vixen episode.
Vixen,
yes. So this week on Arrow,
there's a
Vixen
female
came
fox.
on.
Is John Barrowman back on it?
John Barrowman, yeah, but he's like the worst character.
Oh.
Who is he?
He plays a character named Captain Jack Harkness. All
Who
right?
does?
No, that's
he,
his good character.
no, he plays a guy character named Malcolm Merlin.
Who does?
He's basically Dark Oliver Queen.
Oh.
That occasionally turns good whenever he feels like it.
It's back and
and then
forth.
goes back.
Okay.
Like right now, he's bad. He's bad.
Yeah, he's bad. He dresses like Oliver, but in darker clothes sometimes.
Whoa.
Okay, like season 1 he did that. All right, so Dark gets William.
Yep.
Vixen gets
Recruited.
recruited by Oliver to
help
help out with Dark. Now, Dark was really easy to take down.
Yeah, they brought him down way too easy.
Frankly, just bring Constantine back on. Just bring Constantine back on, CW.
Do you hear me?
Jeremy Guggenheim, get on that.
I feel like, yeah, they destroyed the I can't remember exactly what it was called. It looked like a vase,
I don't remember.
but
His
it basically
artifact.
gave him the artifact that gave him magical powers because like she had like the amulet around her neck. I feel like just the fact that she just destroyed it and then poof, all his magic is gone is like just way too easily taken away. That and it was taken away at like the perfect moment when like Dark was like choking Oliver and
Yeah,
his
it's too
sister.
convenient. It's too
It
convenient,
was
wasn't
like,
it?
oh, there we go.
But Vixen translated to live action looked pretty good, right?
Not bad.
It looked like the costume was very Arrow though, but that's fine, I guess, you know. But probably the best line in all of Arrow history. He's explaining how they know each other. He's like, "Yeah, we had a little animated adventure."
Whoa.
Ha ha.
But like,
ha.
is that like possible though?
Well, okay, so they did this show called Vixen. It was like 6 episodes, something like that.
Yeah.
It was a spin-off of Arrow, and it was animated.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so they released that, I think, just online. But, whatever. The character was good. You know, I liked her in the show. She had a nice personality.
What's
if
her
not,
thing? Like,
She like harnesses the ability of animals magically.
oh, that's interesting.
I don't know what that means. She can fly. She like harnessed the ability of a gorilla to smash Dark's artifact.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think there's stronger stuff than a gorilla though to like choose from.
Like an elephant.
Like the strength of an
I
elephant.
must say the gorilla must have been like either really weak or that vase must have been like
Really
really
strong.
strong.
It took
Because
her a
it took her
while.
like 4 or 5 whacks to destroy it.
Well, like Jose said, she could
And
have
she
harnessed a
smacked
better
it on a
animal.
freaking rock, so.
What do you think is stronger than a gorilla?
Sylvester Stallone.
Harness the power of your inner Sylvester Stallone.
5'6" of pure muscle. Sylvester Stallone claims to be taller than he is.
How
Like,
tall-
people-
Oh yeah, didn't you tell me like he was actually like kind of a short guy?
Yeah, he claims to be like 5'10" or something like that.
He's 5'2".
Is he actually only
Not
5'2"?
5'2".
Oh,
But the
okay.
people who have spoken, who have like seen him in person, say no. You know, first of all, he wears elevator shoes, right?
Elevator.
He
shoes.
gets specially made elevator shoes.
What does that mean?
Well, it makes him look taller.
Okay, but like, how is he wearing like '80s like hippie like?
Yeah, they're just stilts essentially.
Oh, okay.
So, really, in actuality, he's like 5'6".
Oh, I'm taller than he is.
Probably.
Okay.
He's a short guy.
Couldn't
Okay.
take him to fight though.
He just doesn't admit that he's short. But that's fine, you know.
He's gonna like break into our studio. one
Granted,
day,
it makes
he's
it
like,
funny
"What
to
the
see.
shit?"
It makes him funny to see him next to Dolph Lundgren in Rocky 4. Dolph Lundgren's just the most like intimidating looking guy.
6'3"?
Someone broke into Dolph Lundgren's house once,
Did
saw
they really?
pictures of Dolph Lundgren around the house, and was like, "Oh, this is his house," and left.
Oh, this is his house and left.
It's a
I
thing.
wouldn't want to break into his house either.
Dolph Lundgren gives me nightmares. That's not true, actually. That's not true at all.
No, those are the monkeys.
Monkeys give me nightmares.
The
No, we're talking the Monkeys, the musical group.
the music group, the
Daydream
monkeys.
believer and a homecoming queen.
Are we gonna get like
Queen.
sound tagged for that? Are you too on?
Anyway, I do want to talk about, it's still Arrow, but it's the most recent Legends episode.
Right. Old Oliver.
Old Oliver.
So in Legends of Tomorrow this week, I think it was called Star City 2046, and it was about Slade Wilson's son took over.
Grant Wilson, I believe.
Grant Wilson took over Star City,
He brought an army.
and
an army of.
And the only person who's up
Deathstrokes.
against him is Connor Hawk, a.k.a. John Diggle Jr.
oh, what a reveal! But then we also got the old Oliver Queen. And by the way, the way Oliver Queen looked was that he had that new Snapchat filter that makes you look old. So it wasn't all that great. Like I guess I looked and was like, it's an old Oliver. But we're going to see. When Stephen Amell is 30 years older, we're going to look back on this episode and say, wow, you guys screwed up.
Or be like, wow, that software is really accurate.
You're right. So it was a cool episode, but I don't think they did much even notable because it wasn't lasting, right? They basically told us at the beginning of the episode, this future, probably not going to happen. It's still malleable or whatever.
I just like how they brought in Connor Hawk, whether they brought in Diggle Jr. I like how Oliver had the goatee.
Yeah, he
I
did
like
have
how he had the arm.
the arm being gone, right? Dark Knight Returns,
Um,
right? Except he didn't shoot an arrow with his mouth, and I'm a little upset about that.
Whoa, how would you do that?
You know, you grab the bow
bowstring.
with your hand and the string with your mouth.
You use
Does he
your
use his
millions of
teeth or his
dollars.
lips?
Good question.
You just use your millions of
So-
dollars and get
Because if
one
you
that
look
looks like
closely, the Arrow suit that he was wearing, he had they actually did the cut at the arm where it was cut off.
Okay, good to know.
Interesting.
But so it was a fun episode to watch. It was a hypothetical though. It might as well have been an Elseworlds
It was a
Elseworlds
good teaser, I guess.
story. Yeah, it was a good teaser.
I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah. We know that in 15 years, Grant Wilson comes to take over Star City.
I'm looking forward to that.
Cool stuff.
15 years. We're not going to get episode 19 of Arrow.
15 series.
You mean season?
What did I say?
Episode?
That's great.
15 series.
So we're actually going to move on here. All right.
Okay, let's continue.
Are you guys ready? All right. We have big news here. Huge.
I'm not ready.
huge news.
Please.
Dalton, please leave the room.
Please, I'm not ready.
news. Okay, Dalton's going to go to the bathroom first.
In his pants.
Dalton, not here.
Okay, so
I'm
now
ready.
we're going to announce this here, all right? It is a new segment we have on the show, which will be a segment we use whenever there's not much more to talk about. It's called Storytime with Charlie, featuring Jose.
Hello.
Jose's going to tell his story. Maybe next time Dalton's going to tell a story. Maybe next time Carl's going to tell a story. Maybe next time Josh is going to tell a story. Maybe next time Ryan's going to tell a story.
Maybe
I
the
don't
wall's
know.
gonna tell a story.
Next time we'll just be silent and we'll not tell any stories.
So, Jose,
Yes.
give us a backdrop.
About what?
Paint us a verbal picture.
Okay, you ready? Imagine this. Imagine me when I was about 13, right?
That was about 90 years ago, I believe.
I'm not that old.
Are you telling us or them to imagine you?
Yeah, anyone.
Whoever's listening.
So that includes you guys too.
Okay, let's just go on a limb. Jose is wildly Caucasian.
Sure.
His name's
He's
Jose.
got blonde hair.
He is.
Yes, because the chibi on the screen right now is gonna have blonde hair. Right?
He's got red eyes.
I swear.
Oh yeah, we have the chibis on screen. You guys know approximately what we're supposed to look like.
Not who we equate to, though.
Yeah.
Except
I
mine's
think the
really
names are there.
short.
Shit.
Are our names there? I really wish our names weren't there, so they'd like be like a mystery as to who's
Then
who.
like one day we could so we look like, and they figure it out.
Yeah, and they figure it
Oh,
out,
it'd
but
be
like I still feel like I don't look like my chibi. Anyways, so imagine me being 13, right? Now, my family hails from Guatemala, right? So like when I was 13, we took a trip there, and like it was my second. It was my second time going to the country, right? So I was pretty comfortable with everything. So I decided the first time I went, I didn't get any souvenirs. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
No.
decided that the second time I would bring some stuff back. So I went to the local open market. It was really cool because there's like you could literally buy anything there. It was literally whatever you could think you could buy there. You could in fact buy there. So I decided, hey, I think it'd be pretty cool if I got like a messenger bag, you know, to carry all my mail and stuff. But I'm not like a mailman or anything. But like I thought it'd just be cool to have like a messenger's bag. So I went to this local like lady who was selling like over the shoulder bags that you just like carry on like your hip or something. And then like I asked her like how much it was, and she told me that it cost the equivalency of $15 American. Now in my like to like the average person that might sound fine, but the quality of the bag did not demand that it was the equivalency of $15 American. So I decided that I was going to take it of my own will. Right? I was with my younger cousin.
Is this the story of your stint in a Guatemalan prison?
No. That doesn't happen.
No, Patrick, this isn't Dalton's Russian gulag story.
Let's not get into Dalton's Russian gulag story.
I have lived a gilded life.
A gilded life. Okay, anyway, so I told my cousin to distract the saleswoman, right? So
At which point he started to seduce her.
at which point I forget what he asked. He like asked was asking her like a whole stuff. It was like, hey, where can I find this in this market? And oh, my mother needs this for this stuff. And then like nonchalantly, low key, took the bag off of like the hinge thing, put it on myself, walked in the opposite direction, gave like the hawk noise to like my to my cousin, right, to tell him, okay, we're done, let's go. And then he's like, okay, bye, and then leaves. And I made off with a very sweet over the shoulder bag, which I think I still have, not with me right now. It was like made of like really nice material. It feels really nice. I actually carried my books in that.
It was made of really nice material.
How is it not $15?
It's still around and it's not worth $15. No, I know when you're a kid, $15 is quite a bit, right? I was irritated when Pokemon cards were $4. But really,
Well, no. But like
You're a
the
thief.
the material was like sturdy, but it was itchy to touch. You know,
what's the statute of limitations on shoplifting?
in Guatemala, don't get caught. Basically,
No, but like the statute of limitations means like how long after the crime is committed can you be convicted of it?
I don't know. In Guatemala, really like within the time that you noticed it's gone, and then the time that you realized who stole it. So like, unless she has like really good memory.
Honestly,
She
the
probably
lady
won't
probably
find
won't even remember.
Yeah, no. I'm sure she's like, oh well, someone stole from me.
Maybe she's
and then
listening to
Probably
Right
not
now.
the first time.
Remember that time 704 years ago, this little Guatemalan kid stole a bag from it?
We should definitely move this podcast to Guatemala and see if she realizes.
Yeah, join Surely We Jest in Guatemala next week.
in
We
Guatemala.
will be having a wonderful conversation with a shopkeeper who is probably bitter against Jose. Was there more to the story?
Was there any more? I mean, not really. I used that same bag in like high school.
So I have actually never shoplifted something, right?
Oh, that's nice.
No,
Shoplifted
rebellious.
I shoplifted a beach ball.
A beach ball.
How'd you get
inflated?
Well, a friend and I were just bouncing the ball back and forth. It was kind of like, those bins that you always see, and like people will jump in and see all the balls fall out. And all
you
over
made
the
off
floor.
with the bin?
People jump into those?
Well, yeah, man. You've never jumped into one of those?
No.
It's so much fun.
This isn't McDonald's. This isn't a ball bin.
Anyway. Well, one was just like on the floor. It wasn't like that big, maybe the size of like a softball.
Well, let's show of hands. How big is it? Oh, okay.
He's holding up maybe the size of a grapefruit.
Yeah. It's on the side. Yeah, it's not that big, but it was like kind of beach ball.
The small B cup, you're saying? Whoa.
Instant, let's pat
But
the
it was like
preference.
decorated like a beach ball, and we were just kind of throwing it back and forth while his mom was walking around the store buying stuff.
Yeah.
And we just kind of did it at the cash register, and we just kept going out. Nobody even said anything as we walked out with it.
Okay.
Do you still have it to this day?
I have no idea. I was 6.
There was this time I walked out of a Subway with like some iced tea thing that I didn't end up paying for, but it was on the counter. I just looked at the receipt and it was not paid for.
You definitely stole someone's drink, though.
I stole someone's drink?
You son of a bitch, Patrick. That
That's
was my
different.
drink.
No, I put it on the counter.
Oh, what? I'm so
I put it on the counter. They just didn't ring it up.
Oh!
It was the cashier's fault, right? I realized later, like once I was in my car. And at that point, it was like, well, what am I going to do? Walk back in, give him $2?
I feel like... Well, yeah, no, you're not going to do that.
Right.
So, like, is that on par with stealing, though?
No.
You think
I
so?
don't know. I don't consider that stealing in any capacity.
He threw a ball.
I
took a bag.
swindled a woman out of a semi-nice bag.
Yours was actually like thought out. Mine was just like, yeah, we're just tossing a ball around.
'cause,
It
like-
probably looked like 2 kids brought the ball in.
Dalton, tell us all about your thieving experiences.
My thieving experiences?
Tell us all about your thieving
Next
experiences.
thing you know, Dalton's like ripped off like 10 banks.
Hey.
He's like, have you played Grand Theft Auto?
He's
He's
like-
more like Lester.
He's more like Lester.
Okay,
That's the right name,
so,
I think that's his name.
That's the name.
a time I stole something. So,
I stole your heart.
that
Wait,
didn't
wait,
happen,
wait,
but that's a story for another day.
It's a different time. I once tried teaching my sister when she was really young how to do algebra, and she was really hung up on like why there was like a letter in the equation, and I was like, literally, don't worry about it. It means it like stands for like a number, right? So she's like, why is there a letter in the equation?
That's a hard thing to understand, though.
I don't think so.
Like, I'm a very good mathematician. That's actually my profession. I'm a math professor.
I thought you were a math magician.
I'm a math professor at Trump University.
Patrick,
Are you a mathlete?
Patrick, you told me you were a math magician. As in a
No, yeah, I'm a
lawbreaker.
magician. That's
Like
true
Doctor
too.
Strange.
There's gonna be a Rowling book made about me, made about my mathematical adventures. I think I'm going by the name Gecko Lizard.
Gecko lizard.
But back to the algebra thing, you should have told her that the letter was the number you're trying to find.
That's what I
As
told
in 2
her.
plus 2 equals 4.
I remember the equation. It was like 3x is equal to 12, and I told her to find out what the x was.
Did she know multiplication at the time?
I'm sure she did.
She'd need to know division for this instance.
I'm
actually.
sure.
I'm sure she did.
No, wait. For the record here, though, that is really a difficult thing to understand. All right.
Is it
So
though?
when it's one of those things you gotta like work out for a while before you actually like understand. You know, they try explaining things to you throughout school that you're like, I don't know why we're learning this. I don't know how this applies to anything. And then there's like a day where it all just like clicks, right? That happens with reading. It happens with certain sciences, things like that. So don't bash on your sister. How old was she? 4, 3, 7, 9?
I think she was
18.
She's probably 9.
She was 9. I do not believe I knew multiplication like that at 9.
I just wanted to give her a head start. Is it like she goes into like middle school or something?
Give her
like,
some
algebra?
fucking addition then.
Wait a second, guys. I learned multiplication through Yu-Gi-Oh cards. All right?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How does that work though?
My sister knew what multiplication was.
Yeah.
And we were trying to figure out how Exodia worked because we wanted to we added up the attack and defense points of the different Exodia parts, trying to figure out like how powerful is Exodia. Because like if you had the five Exodia pieces in your hand, you automatically won or something like that.
Yes, that's.
I don't know. I was never very good at Yu-Gi-Oh, but we were like adding them up, and she's like, "Well, if they're all the same stats as this left arm, then we just multiply it by 5." And I was like, "What's multiplying?"
What's multiplying?
And she went on to explain what multiplication was, and I learned multiplication through Exodia. Thank you, Professor Exodia.
winning the hearts of children everywhere.
Which-
Yeah.
Mr. Konami.
Mr. Konami. Which, like, if you really, like, knew about Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, the 4 limbs of Exodia actually different stats on the head of Exodia.
Is it?
Yeah, because, like, I think all the limbs have, like, 300?
It's pretty crappy, like, statistics, right? They're pretty low.
Yeah, they're super god awful. But,
It is a
he is
super
indeed
god.
a
it's
super god.
super god awful, right? But, like, basically, like, all the limbs have, like, 300 attack and then, like, 200 defense or something.
Wait, just still for record. You guys remember what Exodia looked like, right?
Well, yeah.
Vaguely?
He had chains on him.
Yeah, he had chains on his
He was doing
limbs.
some kinky shit, right?
That's all we have time for today. This is Surely We Jest. You can find us on Twitter at Surely We Jest, at YouTube, Surely We Jest, on SoundCloud at Surely We Jest. You can email us at surelywejest@gmail.com. Feel free to contact us. Let us know some input. You know, if you're on YouTube, put in the comments some comment. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what we should talk about. So I'm your host, Patrick.
Spot on. Dalton.
Josh.
And your co-host, Jose.
That is not your position, but we'll talk about it.
Wait, we can co-host this? Rock, paper, scissors, right?
Rock,
fucking
paper,
now.
scissors, right now.
So have a great day.
3, 4.
You both lose.